I'm not really one to put expectations on myself, I have higher expectations for myself than anyone, and whatever role the Pittsburgh Steelers want to hand me, I'm going to hit it at 110% and try to help this team win the Super Bowl, whether that's special teams, whether that's starting, whether that's anything else. I'm willing to take a role and do the best I possibly can.
Good morning, Steeler Nation. Welcome back to Steelers Nation Australia. How weird would it be if I did videos like this where you couldn't see me eyes? Nah, I'm not doing that. All right, g'day, guys. Welcome back to Steelers Nation Australia. Just about to head to bed, and there is some good feelings around this team at the moment. The defense looks awesome. TJ Watt, Minka, you name him. This bloke, by the way, Payton Wilson, been doing some research on him just recently now. And that was the first day, and he got here the second day. And it looks like the third day he'll be first in, he stretches his warm-ups, and he's flying around having fun. This defense looks like a bit of fun. By the way, I'm wearing this stuff because it's so cold right now. It's super cold. But I want to talk about him for a minute. I want to talk about like his role, what his role might be with the team. Now, in that little video there, he talks about being a teamer. He talks about that he wants to win a Super Bowl. Now, I was just recently watching his highlights like 5 minutes ago. Didn't realize that he had 137 tackles last year, 17 tackles for a loss, and a few sacks. He was all around the field, right? I don't watch college football, but this year, I think I have to. I've got to start to watch players who might make the draft or some guys who are in one of the highlight guys. I need to start watching college football, so I can catch myself up. And this bloke, from my thumbnail, is Payton Wilson. And he says, I have higher expectations for myself than anyone, right? So he wants to be the best that he can be. And I wrote down there, no ACL, no problem. For some reason, that's all the media is concerned about is his injury history in his college career. No ACL, no problem, right? And you learn to find, and a lot of Steelers Nation knows this now, learn to find that Hines Ward didn't have an ACL. Now, when I was younger, watching football around 2002, 2004, when I really started to get into it, I didn't know that Hines Ward didn't have an ACL for his entire 13-year career with the Steelers. So no ACL, no problem. But I want to bring up some stuff for this bloke too. I think he's going to be fun to watch in training camp. Reporters already have given him a good green light that he's out there being physical, showing up. And we saw that one highlight on Twitter if you didn't see it, because it's really hard to find footage. He chased down, I believe it was Kyle Allen after a play action pass. I think it was Kyle Allen. It might have been Fields, not too sure. But he chased him down, and closing speed was really quick, really fast. And with this defense, it's going to be Patrick Queen. I think E-Rob, Holcomb is getting back from his injury. Where does Mike Robinson play? What happens to Jeremiah? Is it Jeremiah Moon? I think it's Moon, the other Raven. So there are guys fighting for spots. But it looks like this bloke here, Payton Wilson, he wants to win Super Bowls, right? He wants to go out there and be the best that he can be, play on teams or playing whatever role he can play. And he's going to be really fun coming up in the next, I think, 2 weeks. Like not even 13 days to go or 2 weeks to go before we have Steelers football versus the Texans. But I did want to talk about this, that I found an article on Steelers.com. This was in reference to Wilson, and this is coming from Terrell Austin. He said he was a guy that we had high on our board, and they got him in the third round as well. A guy had high on our board, said Steelers defensive coordinator Terrell Austin. We liked him as a football player. Obviously, he was very productive, fast, really has good football instincts, all things you want in a football player. Seeing where he was and having the opportunity to get him, we thought that was a good thing, like we're out with that. Right? So he could be a bloke that you might not see in the field too much. Maybe you see him in teams. I know they brought in Matakayevic. I know they got Killebrew on teams. Maybe he's another guy in the kickoff return or punt return, running down the field, trying to make a big hit or a tackle or a fumble, something like that. Maybe you don't see him all the time on the defensive snaps, but certainly play a part into that. Also, Austin said this too. He said, I look at the tape that I see, said Austin, I let the doctors handle the medical stuff 100%. And I also think the fan base should too. No ACL, no problem. Don't worry about it. Just look at his football stuff and the highlights that we're going to see over the next few days in training camp and preseason, right? I let doctors handle the medical stuff. My job is to grade the tape. As a football player, he brings in speed to our defense. He brings in physicality to our defense and the ability to cover guys. That's what I look at. Doesn't that sound like a Steelers footballer, like a Steel player, black and gold? You know what I'm saying? Like could be a making of a true Steeler. We all know the mess that was Devin Bush. Devin Bush was really fun to watch in his rookie, first few years. He had the injury and then it all fell apart. They haven't really found that middle linebacker spot or physicality there for the last few years, really since like Ryan Shazier. They go and get Patrick Queen. They go and find a diamond in the rough with E-Rob, and he's crazy too. I can't wait for him to have another big season. He got 100 tackles last year, and now you get this bloke in the third round that is a tackle machine, 137 in college. But I do like his quote, and I'm going to play the video one more time. He says, I have higher expectations than myself. Whatever role the Pittsburgh Steelers want to hand me, I'm going to hit it 110% and try and help this team win a Super Bowl. And that's what it's all about. Right now in training camp, it's all about getting the fellas together and being the best that you can be. If that's George Pickens beating JPJ or JPJ vice versa, going one-on-one with Pickens. Or if that's Keanu Benton versus, I don't know, Zach Frazier. Or if that's Darnell Washington versus middle linebackers Patrick Queen. It's all about getting better and going and chasing Lombardi. That is number 7, because we all know that's what we want. Whew. Alrighty, guys. I'm going to leave you guys with this last video again. I love it. I think it's awesome. It shows that he's very selfless. He wants to have the best for himself and do the best that he can do and put the team in the best position that it can be by playing any role on the squad, teams, defense, third down, whatever it may be. Peyton Wilson wants to be there. And if you go and watch his highlights, from last year in 2023 from NC State. He's all around the field. He's getting tackles for loss. He's getting fumbles, interceptions. He's quite awesome. I'm cheering for this bloke to make the team, and I'm cheering for him. Oh, I think he should make the team, dead set. And also I'm cheering for him when we verse the Texans week 1 of preseason coming up. Alrighty, guys. I'll see you guys later. Enjoy the rest of your day.
I'm not really one to put expectations on myself, I have higher expectations for myself than anyone, and whatever role the Pittsburgh Steelers want to hand me, I'm going to hit it at 110% and try to help this team win a Super Bowl, whether that's special teams, whether that's starting, whether that's anything else. I'm willing to take a role and do the best I possibly can.